Australia, the lost world of Lemuria before continents drifted into their modern shapes. Geologists tell us there was Gondwana, a supercontinent that bound together Africa, South America, India, Antarctica, and Australia. This is fact. Around 180 million years ago, Gondwana began to split. Australia, in its slow northward drift, carried with it some of the most ancient soils, oldest rocks, and enduring life forms on Earth, now slip into myth. In the late 19th century, Victorian-era scientists, trying to explain how lemurs seem to appear in both Madagascar and India, speculated about a vanished land bridge across the Indian Ocean. They called it Lemuria. Later, occultists like Helena Blavatsky and James Churchward stretched this idea, painting Lemuria as a lost cradle of civilization, a place of vast spiritual knowledge that sank beneath the sea. And here's where Australia slips into the story. Australia is one of the oldest landmasses still above water, untouched by ice ages that buried Europe and North America. Some argue this stability makes it a more likely remnant of Lemuria than the Indian Ocean floor. The Aboriginal Dreamtime holds stories of ancient beings shaping the land, of great floods, of star ancestors whose humanity. Many of these oral histories are now recognized as some of the oldest continuous cultural records on Earth, stretching back over 60,000 years. Some scientists even admit these stories preserve memories of sea level rise at the end of the last ice age. 10 to 12,000 years ago, the same era often linked to Atlantis and Lemuria. Australia's flora and fauna carry living fossils, the platypus, lungfish, and cycads that seem like remnants of a world half lost in time, creatures that once roamed Gondwana's jungles. From a symbolic lens, Australia becomes Lemuria's last outpost, a continent where the land itself hums with age, a culture that has preserved spiritual wisdom longer than any other, a dreaming continent that bridges science and myth. Some modern mystics claim the energy grid of the Earth, ley lines, and power nodes has shifted, and that Australia now carries the heart chakra of the planet. Uluru, with its magnetic anomaly and its central place in Dreamtime stories, is said to be Lemuria's pulse still beating. So Australia is both factually Gondwana and mythically Lemurian. The line between the two blurs because it's all about origins of land, of people, of consciousness itself. Australia, the last outpost of Lemuria. Have you ever heard the whispers that Australia isn't just a continent, but the last surviving fragment of a lost world? To understand this, we have to rewind way back. 200 million years ago, Earth looked nothing like today. Australia was part of a supercontinent called Gondwana. When it broke apart, Australia drifted north, carrying with it some of the oldest rocks, the strangest animals, and life forms so ancient they're called living fossils. That's the science. Now here's where myth steps in, like share and subscribe to Ipaname with real truths emerging in the world. At this time of our collective shift into remembrance of our true selves. In the 19th century, European scholars wondered why lemurs appeared in both Madagascar and India. Their answer? A missing landmass they called Lemuria. Later, mystics expanded the story. Lemuria wasn't just a bridge, it was a vast, enlightened civilization that vanished beneath the sea. And here's the twist. Some point to Australia as Lemuria's last outpost. Why? Because Australia is unique. It's the most ancient land still above water. It holds the world's longest unbroken culture, the Aboriginal Dreamtime, with stories stretching back over 60,000 years. These stories speak of great floods, star ancestors, and land reshaped by beings older than memory itself. Scientists now admit some of these myths preserve real events like sea level rise after the Ice Age. 12,000 years ago, the same era tied to the legends of Atlantis and Lemuria. Even the land itself feels otherworldly. Uluru, the red heart of the desert, is said by mystics to be the Earth's heart chakra, Lemuria's pulse still beating. So is Australia just a drifting piece of Gondwana? The surviving fragment of a civilization lost to the ocean? Or a mystical dreaming land where future world visions can be seen, and so what wisdom does it have to share with the world? Always was, always will be. Thank you for being present here today. We will see you in the dreaming. Be blessed. The Infinite Why.